What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode. So we're gonna be going to the track today. So myself and Liv, we're gonna be going inside the Mini. Luca and his girlfriend Imogen, we're all gonna be heading down to the racetrack that's found in Haldeman County, and it's called TMP. So we're gonna be heading down there. It's the circuit that we always go to. I have a decent amount of stuff already ready inside the Mini. So I have all the fluids. So I have engine oil, coolant. There's no power steering fluid, brake fluid. I have an impact gun. I have towels. I have rags. I have mats. I have a jack. I have food. I have water. Tire pressure gauge. What was the other one? Temperature gauge, and a couple of other things. Now, Luca's gonna be hopefully bringing, if he can in his car, a jack. I'm gonna see if he can also bring some stuff for his car. But what do you guys think is going to win today? So I have my Mini Cooper. You guys know the car. There's no need for an introduction. We've been working on this thing for a while. It's loud, it's fast. The one thing that I don't have on this is the wide body, which means I have stock fender flares and stock wheel and tire sizes. Now, with that being said, I have 200 compound Bridgestone Potenza RE71R tires. Great tire, good for the track, but they are not as fast as a tire as Luca's. So on his car, if the camera will focus, Luca has Nankang AR1. So these are 100 compound semi-slick tires, and these things are a little bit better than the tires that I have on my car. Now, what does that mean? Well, you guys know that tires make literally every difference on the car. So this thing should be, in theory, faster around turns than my car because he has more available grip. Now, that also means he should be able to, in theory, brake faster and later. So I don't know what's actually going to win. So I'm on stock body right now with the Mini. I have Luca's car here. I've shown you guys it, quickly. It has a front splitter. It's got stock power. It has upgraded cooling parts. It has Willwood 6-piston front brakes. It has Ray's 57CR 17x9 lightweight wheels. He's got two 45/40 tires on it. Those are the Nankangs. He's got a little bit of extra aero in the back, so he has a diffuser on the bottom from Veris. And I have no clue which car is going to be faster. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think is going to be faster. At this point, you guys know as much as I do. Well, if you guys fast forward a little bit, you'll probably find out, but don't cheat. So we're gonna be heading to the track and we're gonna see what kind of lap times we can put down. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So we're running a little late. Luca's torquing up his wheels. Everything's inside the Mini, all loaded up. Liv's in there too. So we're gonna be heading out there now, and Luca and Imogen are gonna be meeting up with us once we get to the track. So let's get going. So we're pretty much there. We're 1 kilometer away from the racetrack. Luca's a little bit behind us, so we're gonna get settled in. We're gonna take all the stuff out of the car, and we're gonna see maybe if we can put some lap times in before Luca makes his way here, because he's taken his car on the track more than I've taken the Mini on the track. So if I can take it out for maybe even a couple laps just to get an idea as to how this thing's gonna be, we're gonna be able to compare my lap time versus Luca's lap time, and it will be kind of comparable. Yeah, so here we go, guys. So Toronto Motorsports, Cayuga, it's on the test and tune. So we're going through the entrance right now. I don't know if the drag strip is open, but I know the circuit is, and that's where we're gonna be heading today. So we've got our bracelets, we signed our life away, we paid for the lapping. Luca should be here any minute, but we're gonna be emptying out the Mini. Oh, forgot that. Now, there's some really nice cars here. So far, we've seen a couple Ferraris, we've seen a couple Lamborghinis, and there's a Mini event here happening at the track. I couldn't even see what that was, it's that low. Lambo. So there's a bunch of different Minis here. There's some Mustangs, FRSs, there's a JCW Mini, Miata, Vet, and yeah, a bunch of other cars. So we're gonna empty all the stuff out and see what kind of lap we can do. So the purpose of the warm-up lap was to get everything up to operating temperature. So the coolant, the oil, the tires, the brakes, everything. That way, once you pass the checkered line for the first time, you can beat on the car and everything should be working as it should. Now, my problem was that I didn't get the tires up to the proper temperature, which led to this. first session, I did my first warm-up lap. After that, I did my first lap, where it was a hot lap, and that's where I spun out, where the tires weren't warm enough. I did a 1 minute 34.5 on that lap. Following that, I did a 127 dead, then I did a 127.1, then a 130.2, and then after that, something really interesting happened, something that I was not expecting that was gonna be an issue when I went to the track. And what happened was my exhaust fell off my car. Take a look at this. Okay, so we just got off the track. The Mini, the exhaust decided it didn't want to be a part of the hanger anymore, so it was literally just drooping down. So it's all back up, and Luca is finally here. So I'm gonna move the car to the side. Do not ever put your handbrake on if you guys just got off the track. It's gonna be way too hot. I have the heat on right now, full blast, cranking it to get some of the heat off of the engine out. But I'm gonna park it, and yeah, we're gonna get Luca ready to go out for the track. Okay, so for the rundown for the first lap, or at least the first session out there, car did fine. The one thing that I would definitely improve on is the rear brakes, because I can smell them and it's not good. And the tires. RE71s are a good, like, streetable, grippy tire. If you want something grippier than that, that isn't going to slide as much, you're going to need something stickier than a 200 compound. But with that being said, the car did surprisingly good. Front brakes handled it, suspension handled it fine. It was a little bumpy out there, so I might have to turn down the dampening, but it didn't rub. He's sending it. But yeah, first trip was good. Liv, what do you think?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That first little scare on the first lap, or second lap, was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Wasn't expecting that. Car basically oversteered, and that was fun. Yeah.
Spinning.
Yeah, I went spinning. It was fun. When I went out for my second session after I put the exhaust back on, I got a 128.6. That was my best lap time. Now, unfortunately, that's not exactly a good lap time, and I found out why my lap times were this slow. I was expecting something a lot faster than what I got, and yeah, take a look at why. Okay, so Luca and I just got off basically my second session for tonight, and I think I found out why my lap times aren't exactly the fastest. Okay, so this is in first gear, foot to the floor, traction control off, tires don't spin. That's probably making about 150-ish horsepower, where it should be making double that. So the time that I got today so far, at least on that second session, was a minute 28, which is garbage. And I could tell it was underpowered, and I'm losing grip. So I wonder if I have a boost leak or something, or if it's the turbo or wastegate. I don't know. Now, when Luca went out there, he did pretty good. Now, his car, keep in mind, is naturally aspirated, and he has these Nankang AR1 tires. So, a lot stickier tire and a lot more reliable engine. So because my car's turbocharged, I have more things to go wrong. And because I went with too big of a turbo, my turbocharger has a surging problem. Now, that is only really gonna be an issue if you keep beating on it and beating on it and beating on it, which is what you do at the track. So what I might actually have to do is switch to a smaller turbo, or one that has surge protection built into it. So I'll probably see if I can find a different turbo in the meantime. But I need to take my car apart, take the downpipe off, and inspect everything to make sure that I first don't have a turbo leak. So like a coupler that's going to my intercooler or something like that. And I have to make sure that my wastegate is working as it should. Because if it's not, I won't be able to make that 23 PSI of boost that my ECU is telling the turbo to make. Now, talking about Luca's car. Luca's car did pretty good. So he's got coilovers, he's got his suspension sorted, he now has these big brakes. When he went to the track last time, he didn't have this. He also has the aero stuff, he has the harnesses that kept him in place. Luca does need to go out there and focus on his lines a little bit more, but given that this is his second time at the track, I say he did pretty good. So out of all the lap times that he did, he was around a 130, 127-ish, but the best lap time that he did was a 125.12. Now, I gotta say that's pretty good for a naturally aspirated car. So unfortunately, he did beat me. I went out for a third session after that, and the exhaust fell off again after the second lap. Came back into the pits, put the exhaust back on, and then right after I went back onto the track and I did like the little twisty part, the exhaust came off again. So I got really frustrated, went back in the pits and basically called it a night. So I'm not heading out again with the exhaust that's coming off. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna chill out here and watch this kid go by. Race car. next DIY that's gonna be coming out is how to be cute at the racetrack. Ready? So, for the first track day, I wouldn't say it's a total fail. Actually, I wouldn't say it's a total fail. Not at all. Car lasted. It's in one piece. I didn't crash. Turbo works-ish. It's not making full boost. I was looking at it and it's making about 7 PSI. So it's definitely down. Exhaust, I need a new one of those. At least a different one. Luca's doing really good. So unfortunately, that's how this video is gonna have to end, but on a good note, we brought it home. Luca and I did not crash. We both got some pretty good times, and I have a baseline as to how this car is doing with these tires. Now, I'm also gonna have to get an alignment change because the rear was kind of overstepping too much, and my tire setup needs to be changed as well. It's not exactly grippy enough for me. The AR ones are gonna be my go when I switch out these REs, and I should, in theory, be able to get a little bit more grip. Luca's car was quite impressive, and that sold me on these tires. Anyways, guys, we're gonna be heading back to the track sometime soon. I need to fix a couple problems here. Luca has some more things going on in his car, so we've got a little bit of work ahead of us, but we're gonna head back there and then see what times we can make. So we're gonna basically redo this little battle that Luca and I had, and I'm gonna kick his butt. I hope so, given that I don't break anything else, but yeah, if you guys have any further questions, comment section's down there. You guys know what to do. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, definitely do it. Otherwise, I've got more videos for the Mini, I've got more videos for the Z, and some other stuff for the Accord coming out soon. So be sure to subscribe if you guys aren't. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.